like to tell you about my baby. You know she come around. She's about 5 feet 4, from her head to the ground. You know she come around here just about midnight. She make me feel so good, Lord. She make me feel alright. And her name is G-L-R-I. G-L-R-I, Gloria. G-L-R-I, Gloria. Gonna shout it all night long. Gloria. Gonna shout it every day. Gloria. Yeah, 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 yeah. Come around here just about midnight. She make me feel so good, Lord. I want to say she make me feel all right. She come walking down my street. She come up to my house. She knock upon my door. Then she come up to my room. Then she make me feel all right. G-L-O-R-I-A, Gloria. G-L-O-R-I-A, Gloria. G-L-O-R-I-A, Gloria. Gonna shout it all night long. Gloria. Yeah, 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 yeah. So good, alright. So good, alright. So good, alright. Hey, how you doing out there, guitar heroes? All right, how about a little Van Morrison and Them from 1965. Gloria. Oh, what a great song this is. Obviously been covered a few times. Probably every bar band from the 60s probably played this song, along with Mustang Sal and a few others that you have to play when you're playing guitar. Okay, well, this song is not horribly difficult from a playing perspective. Of course, I'm just playing by myself. Obviously, there's no band here, so we've got a little, a riff that pretty much carries us through the whole song, and it's E, D, A. That's pretty much the speed of the song through the whole thing too. Okay, we're going to start out with 4 times on this intro. And there's a little trick here if you don't know already on how you play your A chord that allows you to get quickly from a D to an A and then from an A to an E. And that is, instead of a standard A chord like this, 3 fingers lined up in a row, I'm going to take my index finger, I'm going to put that on the center string, and I'm going to put the other 2 on the other sides of that. Now, why do I want to do that? Well, because that finger never leaves that string then when I'm in this progression. So we do a D. Well, let's start out. We're going to start with an E. And so this index finger now just slides down, and I put these 2 fingers on either side of it, rather than trying to change this finger position too. I do that, and then when I go to a D, guess what? The finger stays in the same spot, in the same spot, and then I just, when I go back to an E, I have to slide it back down. And that's a little trick that I learned a long time ago. So I never play the three strings in a row. I never do that. I do this because it's so helpful, especially in this key, to be able to move from that D to an E to an A. So That's basically our whole pattern for almost the whole song, except for, there's some intro parts. I try to do, kind of the main little riff, which of course is played way up here, like at the 12th fret or something in there, which just doesn't work on an acoustic guitar, but I can kind of do it here. So we'll get that into a second. Okay, so we do this, and now I guess you got to look at the strumming here. I think there's a down up on the E, and then another up on the D, down on an A, and then down on an E. I think that's the way it goes. Now the tough part here is to be able to do this and sing at the same time. It took me a little while to do that, and I still get screwed up on it, but that's basically the main thing. So let's kind of go through a verse here or so. So we start out the 4 times. Well, let me tell you about my baby. And the chord does kind of hit on top of a word. If you did it really slow, you'd say, okay, like to D, tell me you A about my E, baby. But you have no, there's no perception of that, because you have to just keep this rhythm going. And when you're getting when you're on the starting point on the E, that's when you're going to start the verse. Like to tell you about my baby. She come around. And obviously, you're in between lines too. You don't start right away. So. Like to tell you about my baby. She comes around. So that D and the A, there's no vocals in. Wait till you get back around to the E. She's about 5 feet 4. From her head to the ground. So the big deal here is you have to be able to get this in your head and be able to just do that pattern and keep on that timing through the whole song. Because then when you get down to when you're spelling, that's probably when I started getting goofed up in my head and trying to keep this thing. So you can't be thinking about and her name is G. It's real easy to get goofed up there. So you kind of have to put the pattern into the subconscious, so that just keeps going, and then you can concentrate on the singing. Okay, so we spell out the name Gloria, Gloria. Again, we don't change anything. Gloria, Gloria. Yeah. So I'm going to do the kind of the lazy man's on the acoustic guitar. And I'm going to be on an E chord, A bar chord, up at the 7th fret. So I got an E, D. Guess what? These are the same chords. The same one. E, D, and then I'm going to do kind of like an A power chord. I'm just going to move this finger over 1 and then catch an A power chord. Back to the D. I think that's the number of times I do it. Either 3 or 4 times. Then we go into just an E and a D for a little while. Same pattern, or same pace. E, D. And then we're gonna, when we start the next verse, which there's only 2 verses. I guess that's good, right? When you start the next verse, then you're going to come back in with the same pattern. She comes around here just about midnight. She make me feel so good, Lord. She make me feel alright. And at the end of this song, in the Van Morrison version, there's some really fast drumming in there, and he's yelling, yeah, 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 so good, all right. And this is still, yeah, 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 so good, all right, so good, all right. And then it ends on this same thing. But you can also do it up here. I think this is the way I did it at the end. So I'm just doing down strums here. 2, I guess 3. So you can do it there too, as well as. And in the real song, I think they're up here at the 12th, 10th fret up here, but I can't play on an acoustic guitar up there. So we make the best of it. All right, so there you go. Gloria by Van Morrison and Them, 1965. Now there was a group from the U.S. that covered this song, and most people in the U.S. didn't even know who Them was because we heard this song from this other group, and I can't remember what their name is. One-hit wonders, maybe. Something like that. All right, take it easy. I hope you got something out of this lesson. This is a great song, and it's well worth learning it because this little progression back and forth, E, D, A, E, A, D, is one you need to know anyway. So take it easy out there and keep on strumming.